Hello guys, you're welcome once more to NEPH. If you're new to the channel, you're highly and highly welcome. Do well to subscribe to the channel and share the link of the channel to some students out there. Okay, so let's get right into today's problem. It says solve exactly for x. Okay, so for our first problem we have x plus 2 all in brackets square is equals to what, 7. Now, one thing you don't want to do in this kind of problem is you don't want to expand this, okay? You don't want to expand, say, x plus 2 squared into this, and you now use 4, so this time this. So we have x squared, this time this, plus 2x, this time this plus 2x, and this time this plus 4 is equals to 7. So we have x squared plus 2x plus 2x is 4x plus 4 is equals to what, 7. Now if you do this, okay, you still solve all this and come back to this. Okay, for instance, I'm going to show you have this as what? We have x squared plus 4x, okay, plus 4. We are going to subtract 7 from both sides. Okay, all right, so we are going to have minus 7, which is equal to 7 minus 7 on the right hand side is 0. So we have x squared plus 4x plus 4 minus 7 is minus 3, which is equal to 0. So if you want to solve this as a quadratic equation, you are going to have x squared plus 4x is equals to, if we add 3 to both sides, okay, we have x squared plus 4x is equals to what? 0 plus 3, which is 3, this is 0. Now, when you get this, okay, and you solve this, you come back to this. So you don't want to, be going around in what? Cycles. All right, so how do we now actually solve this problem? Now, if you actually complete the square here, you are going to come back to this. So that is why I said from this, you don't want to start by expanding this. So all we need to do is, if you solve this, you get back here. So from this point, what do we do? We are going to what? Take square roots, okay, of both sides. So I'm going to have square root of what? X plus 2, all the squared is equals to. Remember, you want to put your plus or minus, okay, like I showed in our previous video, then the square root of what? 7, okay, because since we are dealing with a quadratic, the solution has to give us what? 2 solutions, okay. So now this can cancel out this, so we have our x plus 2 is equals to plus or minus square root of 7, okay, and from that, we can now simply get our answer by what? We are going to subtract 2 from both sides, so I have x plus 2 minus 2, okay? Then we have minus 2, okay, plus or minus square root of what? 7, okay? So all I've done here is I've what? Added minus 2 here, so I'm also adding minus 2 here. So plus 2 minus 2 is 0. So x plus what? 0 is to x, which is equals to what? Minus 2 plus or minus square root of what? 7. So our answers here are x is equals to minus 2 plus root 7, or we have x is equals to minus 2 minus what? Root 7. So these are the two solutions for the first problem. Now let's solve the second problem. For the second problem, okay, now if you use factorization method, okay, you see that your A here is 1, our B is what? 4, and our C is 1. And A times C is what? 1 times 1, which is equals to what? 1. Now, there are no two factors of 1 such that their sum is going to give you what? 4. So, what we are going to use, okay, is what's called completing, okay, the square method. Now, to use completing the square method, we want to bring this on to this side. So, we want to what? how do we remove this? We are going to subtract 1. So I have x squared plus 4x. Since we have plus 1 here, we are going to subtract 1. Okay, and equally do it on the right hand side. So that this becomes what? Plus 1 minus 1 is 0. So we are left with x squared plus 4x is equal to 0 minus 1 is minus 1. Now, at this point, this is where you complete the square. Now, how do you complete the square? You simply want to bring all this, okay? If this is minus, you have to also bring it. Okay, if it is plus, you have to bring it, but since it is plus, so we want to add, okay, on both sides, okay? Now, plus 4, which is 4 divided by 2, so 4 divided by 2, then you put it in brackets and you put square. You put it in brackets and you put square. So that is how to complete the square. I repeat, you bring, okay, this, which is this number plus 4, which is 4, divided by 2, put it in bracket and square. Now do it here and do it here. Now you're adding it to both sides, okay? So that is what we mean by what? Completing the square. To be able to complete this, okay, to be able to solve further. Now let's solve further to see what this gives us. So I'm going to have, on this side, I have my x squared plus 4x, okay? Now, this can cancel this, which is 2, so we have plus 2 squared is equals to what? We have minus 1, okay, plus this cancel this is still 2, so we have 2 squared, okay, at the right hand side. Now with this, we can now open a bracket here, which is equals to, this is minus 1 plus 2 squared means what? 2 times 2, which is what? 4. Okay, now in this bracket, you're going to bring this here, which is x, and we have, okay, plus 2 here, so you are going to bring the plus 2, then you bring a square here. Okay, so that is how to factorize it, because this has become a perfect square. Okay, so you simply bring this here and you also bring this here, okay, or in bracket and you put a square. So we now have x plus 2, or the squared is now equals to minus 1 plus 4 is 3. Okay, now if you observe what we have, it now looks like this case. Okay, so we can now solve it like that case. So all I need to do here is I'm going to take the square root, okay, of both sides. Okay, but I want to do that ensuring that I put my what? Plus minus here. Okay, so with that, we can now finish the solution. Okay, you can see that this will take out this. Okay, so we are left with x plus 2 is equals to plus minus, square root of 3. Now we are going to what? Make x the subject by removing plus 2, okay, from both sides. So we are going to have x plus 2 minus 2, which is equals to, since I've added minus 2 here, I'm also going to add minus 2 here. Okay, so plus or minus square root of what? 3. So from this, we can now get our values. So plus 2 minus 2 is 0, so we have x plus 0 is equals minus 2 plus or minus square root of what? 3. So x plus 0 is x, which is equals to minus 2 plus or minus square root of 3. So the values of x are x. Let's start with the positive, is minus 2. So we'll start with positive, so square root of 3, or we have x is equals to minus 2. They will go with the negative and square root of 3. So these are your two solutions to this what? Quadratic equation using completing the square method. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button, do well to subscribe to the channel, and share this video to someone out there that needs to improve on maths. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.